What if you woke up in a room with 49 strangers, and the only way to survive was to decide who lives and who dies? Welcome to Circle, a gripping psychological thriller with a twist of sci-fi and intense drama. In this video, you'll discover the shocking story behind the movie Circle, learn about the powerful ideas it explores, and find out why this seemingly simple film keeps viewers thinking long after the credits roll. We'll also reveal some lesser-known facts that add new layers to the story you might have missed. Stay with us until the end, because this review will not only summarize the movie, but also dive deep into its hidden messages and surprising moments. Welcome to Movies Review. If you love honest, detailed reviews that go beyond the surface, make sure to subscribe and join our community. Now, let's step inside the circle and see what really happens when survival comes down to a deadly vote. Circle opens with a chilling and mysterious scenario. 50 strangers find themselves waking up in a strange, dimly lit room. They are all standing in a perfect circle, facing outward. None of them knows how they got there or why. As the reality sets in, they discover a horrifying rule. Every 2 minutes, one person must be voted out, and when the timer ends, that person dies. No one can leave the circle, and no one knows who is controlling the deadly game. As the votes begin, panic and confusion flood the group. The tension rises as strangers become judges and executioners, forced to make impossible choices. They must decide who deserves to live. A terrifying power in the hands of people with their own fears, prejudices, and secrets. The clock ticks relentlessly, adding to the pressure. The story builds an atmosphere of growing dread and desperation. Trust breaks down, alliances form and shatter, and the circle itself feels like a prison, both physical and moral. Each character's vote shapes the group's survival, revealing the darker sides of human nature under extreme stress. The movie carefully escalates the suspense without revealing the ultimate outcome, keeping viewers hooked and questioning who they would choose in such a nightmare. The strength of Circle lies in its diverse cast of 50 strangers, each representing different walks of life. We meet a mix of ages, races, genders, and personalities, from a military veteran to a young mother, a preacher to a criminal. This variety adds depth to the story, making the tension feel real and relatable. Each character brings their own background, values, and fears into the circle, which influence how they vote and how they interact with others. For example, some characters try to lead and reason with the group, while others manipulate or lash out in panic. These differing responses show how humans react differently under pressure. The movie explores how these personalities clash and connect. Conflicts arise not only from survival instincts, but also from personal biases and moral struggles. Some characters face tough choices between self-preservation and compassion. Others reveal hidden agendas or secrets, adding layers of mystery and suspense. Watching these dynamics unfold keeps the story gripping, as viewers see not just a game of survival, but a mirror reflecting real human emotions and ethical dilemmas. At its core, Circle is much more than a survival thriller. It is a deep exploration of morality and human nature. The movie asks powerful questions. What would you do to survive? How do we judge the worth of others? And who gets to decide who lives or dies? One key theme is the fragile line between civilization and chaos. When people are forced into extreme situations, their true nature can surface. Kindness, cruelty, selfishness, or bravery. The film explores how social rules and ethics are tested when survival is at stake. Circle also delves into social psychology, showing how group dynamics influence decisions. Peer pressure, fear, and desperation push characters to make choices that conflict with their morals. The movie challenges viewers to consider the fairness of democracy when life hangs in the balance, and how prejudice or bias can shape outcomes in dangerous ways. Ultimately, the film is a thought-provoking study of justice, power, and empathy, encouraging viewers to reflect on how they might behave in a similar situation and what that reveals about human nature. Visually, Circle is striking in its minimalism. The entire movie takes place in one confined space, a small room with no windows, forcing all attention on the characters and their interactions. This limited setting creates a claustrophobic atmosphere that enhances the feeling of being trapped, both physically and emotionally. The camera work cleverly uses close-ups and wide shots to capture the tension between individuals and the group as a whole. The circle formation itself becomes a symbol. No one can escape, and everyone is equally exposed. Lighting and shadows add to the mood, highlighting fear, suspicion, and desperation on the characters' faces. The director's approach is bold and focused. With limited resources, the storytelling relies on dialogue, acting, and pacing to keep viewers engaged. The confined space pushes the creativity of the filmmakers, turning what could have been a simple stage play into a tense, cinematic experience. This style keeps the audience locked in the mystery, emphasizing emotional intensity over action or special effects. Circle shines in several areas that make it stand out from typical thrillers. First, the acting is remarkably strong, especially considering the film's low budget and limited setting. The actors bring authenticity and emotional weight to their characters, making the audience care about their fate. The movie's suspense is expertly built through its clever premise and pacing. Each vote raises stakes and tension, keeping viewers on edge throughout. The idea of a forced moral vote in a confined space feels fresh and original, creating a unique viewing experience. Another strength is how Circle provokes thought and discussion. It's not just about who lives or dies, it's about what those choices mean. The movie challenges viewers to reflect on their own values and how society judges people. This intellectual depth adds layers beyond the thriller genre, making it memorable and impactful. While Circle has many strengths, it's not without flaws. Some viewers may find the pacing uneven. The repetitive nature of the voting process can slow the momentum in places, making certain parts feel drawn out. This might test the patience of some viewers looking for faster action. Additionally, with such a large cast, a few characters receive less development. Some feel like stereotypes or are quickly forgotten, which can reduce emotional impact when they face elimination. This lack of deeper background sometimes makes it harder to connect fully with everyone in the circle. Finally, the ending has sparked mixed reactions. Some viewers find it thought-provoking and fitting, while others feel it's confusing or leaves too many questions unanswered. This ambiguity can be a strength or a weakness depending on personal taste, but it's worth noting for those who prefer clear resolutions. Overall, Circle is a thought-provoking and intense movie that challenges how we think about survival, morality, and human nature. It's not just a simple thriller. It's a gripping psychological experiment that makes you question what choices you would make if your life depended on it. If you enjoy movies that make you think deeply, especially psychological thrillers with ethical dilemmas and social commentary, then Circle is definitely worth watching. Just be ready to watch with an open mind and reflect on the difficult questions it raises. We'd love to hear your thoughts. What would you do if you were stuck in the circle? Do you agree with the choices the characters made? Share your opinions and interpretations in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this review and summary of Circle Eyes. If you found this video helpful or interesting, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel, Movies Review, for more honest and detailed movie reviews. Stay tuned for our next video, where we'll dive into another fascinating film that you won't want to miss. Until then, take care and keep enjoying great movies.